The latest on the ground, we understand that the Ever Given has moved. By how much, and is it noteworthy enough to become more optimistic? The update. Good morning.
Good morning, Manus. So, yes, there has been some progress, but it's not enough. The tide has not been in favor, and they do this attempt. They're working day and night to try and defloat. But the tide and the weather is not in our favor, unfortunately. The Suez Canal Authority Chairman, Yousef, in a press conference yesterday, said this, that said we're facing a very difficult and a complicated situation. And he said, and that's really important, he said that he hoped it would not be necessary to resort to removing some of the 18,300 containers from the ship to lighten its load, but that strong tides and winds were complicating efforts to free it. Regarding the timeline, the government, the Suez Canal Authority said they cannot set a specific date, and it all depends on how responsive the ship is. And
right.
He said it's
right.
very
Salma, if I can just flesh out a little bit the developments overnight, because again, you've been going back and forth from the Suez area in Cairo. So I want you to give our global audience just a little bit of a sense of what the press conference was like, what the government position was, and sort of what resources are being pulled in from the Suez Canal Authority.
So the press conference, it was the first, for the first time yesterday, the government sent a statement saying they're working on this and they're appreciating the international help. The press conference yesterday was also the first one, and it was very interactive. The government was answering all the questions, and the government, the main mood was that the government is a bit optimistic. They see a little progress, but they understand that it's a very complicated process, and they're doing the best. They're taking all the international assistance they would take. They appreciate all the help, but they cannot give, and the fact that they cannot give a timeline says a lot. Also, the fact that the head of the Suez Canal Authority said that he hopes they would not have to resort to removing the containers to lighten the load, also says a lot. So, and yesterday the ship moved a bit, and that's a lot of progress. But still, we need the wind to be and the tide to be in our favor.
Okay, we're depending a great deal on nature here. Nature was perhaps, some say, the cause. We'll find out more. 29 meters is by how much we've moved. Salma, put some context around this. Yousef and I have been throwing out lots of numbers. There's $1 billion worth of cargo on the Ever Given. But what's at risk here for the global economy? The size of trade that stalled and the cost.
So everything from the shipping lines, the vessel are stuck. They have everything from food to furniture and also livestock. We've heard several reports about livestock being in a very bad condition on board of some of the ships. The shipping costs are rising. The oil markets are being affected. So we hope that this process get accelerated, and we have some real progress in the situation.